homepage. And as you can see, the three main tabs of the Language Centre activity: academic classes, business and lifelong learning classes. Now, if we look straight away to the top right-hand corner, which is always an important place for signing into websites, you can see the link Sign In. Now, until you do that, the website doesn't know who you are and therefore doesn't necessarily know what to show you. So it will just show you the bare minimum. So if we sign in, we click Sign In, and we put details of our credentials into that sign-in box. You can now see that the top right-hand corner has changed. Because I have edit permissions on this page, edit appears. But also you can see that the sign in has changed to sign out because it realizes that I am now signed in. So the part of the Language Centre website that I want to show you is the staff intranet. Now we accept that it's not pretty. It's pretty basic. But there are two ways in. There's a big button on the home page saying staff intranet. Or over on the left-hand side, there's a navigation as well, where you can also see a secure padlock next to Staff Intranet. Doesn't matter which of those you use. We just click on one, and that will take us into the Staff Intranet. I apologise for how boring it looks. It is currently a list, but it is under development, and hopefully it will look more attractive with time. That list, however, is grouped into four main areas. So it starts off with what we've sort of loosely called community. So things to do with the Language Centre community and getting to know each other. So we can see that all of those first four are to do with community. And we've also included in that a very important part, number 5 of our community, which is the understanding of what it means to be a good language teacher. In the second group, we've got all things to do with our technology, and that's quite a big group. So our online resources and lots of information to do with using the technology that we use here at the Language Centre. The third group, as we come further down, we get into sort of current issues. So the CEFR, which is the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages. Copyright is a major issue at the moment. So those are all things that are news at the moment and particularly important. And then towards the bottom, we've got the admin. They're very necessary, but more routine things to do with admin forms and room bookings. So that gives you a variety of information that is available only really to tutors. So let's take the page here that's labelled How To Guides. Now here you'll see there's a link of downloadable Word documents, and these are all guides that you can use in order to find your way around some of the technologies we use. How to send or create a voice email, the Voice Tools Guide for the Language Centre, and that How To list gradually grows in terms of the sorts of things that you may need access to in order to master some of the tools that we make available to our tutors. Another useful page, and a page that is expected to grow as we go forward, there's a page around the middle, Technical Glossary. Now, that is what it says. It's a list of words. So if you come across a word that we casually around when we're talking about technology, this is where you'll find a quick guide to what that means with some examples. Now, this is a page that we've actually opened as well to tutors. So you should find that when you're signed in, you'll get a little link here saying Edit. Now, the beauty of that means that you can actually you do have rights to add words that you don't know. So at the bottom of the page, you can see Add a New Definition. So if a word comes up that you've never heard of before and you'd like a definition, you click that title and then you put in there, okay, let's say I've never heard of Google. What's all that about? What is Google? The technology requires you to put a definition, but at the moment you don't know what it means, so you just want us to put a definition in. So if you just put a question mark we will know that that's what you're after. Click Create Definition. And now if I click back on G, I can see we've got Google, and what on earth is that? So I would go in and edit it. So I'm working a little bit like a wiki here. And I'd say Google, a search engine for finding things quickly on the internet. I could say it goes an awful lot further than that, but let's just correct the typo. And we all know it's now become a verb to Google. And there we are. Now, under the G, we have Google with a definition. So please feel free to add your queries and questions to our technical glossary that you'll find under the staff intranet around halfway down, just by making sure that you sign in and you go along to the Language Centre staff intranet.